Welcome everyone to the fourth video on robotics tutorial. In this video, we'll talk about the major part of the robot, that is power supply. So let's begin. So before starting with making of the robot, we need to make sure we answer two basic questions. First is how much power do we need for the robot, and second, how to identify the battery for it. So let's talk about the first one first. By definition, electric power is the rate at which electrical energy is transferred by an electric circuit from one point to the other. The SI unit of power is watt, that is 1 joule per second. To find the total wattage of the system, we need to first multiply the total voltage supplied at the terminals into the total current consumed by the system. Now the question is, how much voltage is to be given to the equation and how much current will the system consume? To solve that, we need to first list all of the components that are used in the system and take the safest maximum voltage that can be supplied to the system, and then take the current rating of all the components and sum them up. Now after multiplying both the values, we'll get the total wattage that is needed by the system to actually work. Now let's take an example. Imagine you have an event coming up next week. You have a robot that has 4 wheels and is cubical in shape. Now all the motors on the wheels are directly connected with the microcontroller. Now we need to find the total voltage that we need to supply to the robot to make it work at optimum speed. Suppose we have 4 motors, each taking 250 milliamps of current. So in total, we need 1000 milliamps of current to run all the 4 motors. And each motor takes 9 volt. Talking about microcontroller, let's consider that microcontroller takes 80 milliamps and 5 volts to work. Now calculating the total wattage of the system, we need to take the highest values of all the voltages that we have multiplied with the sum of all the current that is needed by the system. Now we'll go on to the second part of the video. We'll talk about how to identify the battery for it. Nowadays, we see mAh written in all of the batteries that we buy. Now what does that stand for? mAh stands for milliampere hour. So that battery can give that much of milliamps for 1 hour. Now suppose that battery is of 1000 milliampere hour. We should also talk about discharge rate now. Discharge rate is basically the rate at which the battery discharges. Let's consider that battery to be discharging at 30 C. So now that battery will give us 1 milliampere for 1 hour. And if we use 500 milliamps, it can work for 2 hours, and 250 milliamps, it will work for 4 hours. Now what about if we need more current? That battery was now giving us 1000 milliamps for 1 hour. Suppose we need 2000 milliamps for half an hour. Will it work? Now comes discharge rate. Discharge rate is basically X times the current that it is capable of giving. So for lead acid batteries that we use in robots, it can only give 3 times the storage capacity or the mAh capacity of the battery. LiPos can nowadays give 70 C maximum, that is 70 times the current that it is capable of giving in 1 hour.